we need to ask ourselves, are we a part of the problem, or are we willing to be a part of the solution to the problem caused by recycled plastic waste or plastic waste in general? And on today's episode, as you already know, it's a two-part series. We did the first episode last week where we talked about Zambe Mate, the Kenyan sustainable innovator who's creating bricks which are 5 times harder than concrete. So if you didn't get a chance, you can always tap into the episode and learn more about it. But today's episode is a special one because I'm going to be highlighting the story of a great techpreneur, an innovator. I'm talking about the CEO and founder of Plast Ghana. His name is Mr. Nelson Boateng, and his story is amazing. When we talk about a leader who decided he wasn't going to sit on the sideline when there was a crisis caused by plastic waste in his country, and he decided to come up with a solution. Instead of complaining about the issues caused by the plastic waste, he was like, I'm going to create a solution from the problem. And he took it upon himself and came up with a product that's actually changing people's life. And for me, it's important to highlight and celebrate Mr. Nelson because it's an amazing and an inspirational story of how you can use your problem to actually change and uplift the community you live in. All right, so tune in and let's dive in and learn more about Nelson Boateng, the CEO and founder of Plast Ghana.
Ownership and greatness.
When I was researching about sustainable innovation and the leaders who are actually transforming the way we recycle our waste, the way we recycle plastic waste globally, I came across the name of Mr. Nelson Boateng and the amount of work he was doing in Ghana with his company Plast Ghana, and I was fascinated by his skill. I was fascinated by the innovation and the things that he was doing. And for me, just learning about how he was disrupting the industry, how he decided he wasn't gonna settle on the sideline and complain, but he was gonna come up with a solution to the problem which was affecting his community, was so inspiring. And I thought it was necessary to share his story so that we can have a conversation on how we can actually take it upon ourselves to create awareness or use alternative means so that we can always protect the environment that we live in. Because at the end of it, if we don't take care of the environment, I guess the future generation won't be able to experience what we've actually experienced. So my goal is to always highlight stories of great entrepreneurs, innovators, artists, creatives, people who are pushing the envelopes when it comes to their skill set or the field that they're in, and to be able to expound more on what they're working on so that every single person can get to know them. Alright, when you talk about Plast Ghana, the first thing that comes up is they are the first company in Ghana to be able to build sustainable houses using recycled plastic waste. I know you heard that right. They're actually building luxurious, low-cost houses using recycled plastic waste. And when I tell you, the building is amazing. When you look at the structure, when you look at the blocks that they are creating using the extruder machine, it's so fascinating because with all the waste that we have around all over the world, like one person decided he wasn't gonna sit on the sideline. He created a machine and came up with a concept and made this block which is strong enough, which is sustainable, and this is actually helping clean up the environment. But not only that, as we know, the cost of building a house right now is super high, but with the resources that he have, with the technique that he's using, he's cutting the cost of building houses by a half. And so when I heard about his goal to be able to use a problem that's existing, the plastic waste that we have all around us, which is an issue that's actually affecting all the nations around the world, and using the problem to create a solution which is gonna be building the plastic blocks And then once they build the plastic blocks, they will be able to build affordable houses for those who are in need. And when you think about that, that's a win. That's a win-win, because not only is he helping to clean up the environment, he's actually helping to eradicate homelessness by using recycled waste. And with that being said, I felt it was necessary for us at Ownership and Greatness to shine our spotlight on greatness light on Mr. Nelson, because of the great achievements that he's been able to achieve. And he's not only building the blocks, but he's also creating paving bricks, which the company uses to actually build roads, make paveways for houses and other stuff. So he doesn't only have one product, he's creating different products that are actually helping lower the cost of construction, be it for the house, be it for the pavements, and the system is working. So I want to celebrate him, and I'm glad that the government in his country has recognized him. He has won a ton of accolades because of his venture. And the story that actually touched me more was his journey hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy because, as you always know, any idea, any great innovation will always encounter some challenges along the way, but he has always remained resilient. He decided he was going to come up with a concept. The fundings were not there, but he did not give up because he had a vision, because he believed in his product, and he knew once he figured out, once he created the right prototype, once he had the right product, he was going to be able to transform and disrupt the market. So he's been working hard trying to get funds and seed money to be able to kickstart the project. I like the way he's approaching it, because he was like, if the government can actually give him projects to work on and fund the project, he's gonna be able to kickstart and do what is necessary. But he's not sitting there and just waiting on them. He's actually going out there pitching ideas. He's been working with great companies. He's working with private industries where he's able to be contracted to create products for them, to build houses for them. And so when you think about it, anybody that has a great idea, anybody that is willing to sacrifice his time and effort to focus on finding a solution for a problem, most of the time they always encounter challenges left, right, and center. But I'm so proud of his dedication. He is resilient. Like, instead of just complaining or instead of just giving up, he shows up every single day and he's working towards being able to put the product out there, being able to reach out a global market. And the way he has done it is by collaborating with government agencies in working on projects that are going to be able to help with sustainable innovation. And not only that, by also creating different products that can be used to cut the cost of building. And so I just want to celebrate him, because in spite of all the challenges that he has faced trying to put this product out there, he didn't give up. He's continuing with his journey. He's making great products. He's marketing his brand. He's out there trying to advocate for sustainable innovation whenever he gets a chance. So this is someone that we need to learn more about. This is someone that we need to share his story, let other people know about him, support his business if you're capable of supporting him or collaborating with him. This is a great venture. I'll definitely make sure to put a link on the description below so that you can follow and learn more about Mr. Nelson Boateng on your own. I always say I'm here to just highlight these stories, and then it's upon you. If this is a fascinating story, if this is something that is in your niche, if this is something you learn, if this is something you want to learn more about, feel free to just tap and learn more about what Plast Ghana is doing and how they're using plastic waste to eradicate homelessness. Not only that, to clean up the environment and finding a solution to the problem that we have with plastic waste. This is amazing. Like, we need to have more people like him, people who are willing to come up with sustainable solutions that are going to help the environment, and not only that, that are going to help us live a better life. So today it was necessary, as we finalize this two-part series about sustainable innovation, to highlight these two great this great innovator who's doing great things. I'm super proud of what he's doing, and I'm glad that I came upon his story. And so my goal and dream is to hopefully travel to Ghana so that I can have an in-depth interview and also see the type of work that he's working on. This is amazing. Like, when you come up with a concept that is disrupting the way people do business, the way people are doing construction, the way people are recycling and cleaning up the environment, it is necessary. Like, this is what we need. So on today's episode of Ownership and Greatness, I want to salute Mr. Nelson. I want to celebrate him for his invention, and I believe the younger generation or the next innovators coming up are going to be able to emulate and learn from him, so they can be able to improve on the idea and make this something that people can always use to be able to help eradicate the issue of plastic waste all around the globe. Alright, until next time, I'm your host Joe Chege, and this has been Ownership and Greatness. If you enjoyed the show, feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and also you can review us and follow us on all our podcast platforms. Leave us a like, a review also, or a comment on our social media at Ownership and Greatness on all handles.
Ownership and Greatness.